Hey everybody, it's Never, and I just got back from the Warcraft movie. It ended about an hour ago, and I wanted to give you my quick first impression of the movie. Really quick TLDR, I thought it was very good, not great, but very good. 7 or 8 out of 10. Probably an 8. The things that were really good about it is visually, it was outstanding. It could not have been done better visually as far as I'm concerned. And the characters were very strong. I was pleasantly surprised that some of the characters I wasn't very interested in turned out to be my favorites in the end, and even the ones that I felt were the weaker of the characters were still just fine. The places where it suffered were it's very evident that 45 minutes of the movie was cut out, and you feel that sometimes with how quickly they need to move from one plot to another, and where there's certain characters you'd like explored a little more, but you just don't have the time to do it. Ultimately, I thought the performances were anywhere from fine to very, very good. And there were a couple of characters that seemed like they would be weaker, especially from some of the promotional material we saw, that turned out to be the best characters in the whole thing. The thing that I think is going to challenge a lot of people is if you go into the movie with some specific expectations. If you're expecting it to be just like what you saw in the RTS games, you're probably going to have a hard time with it, just like somebody who expected the Lord of the Rings movies to be just like the books. They're not. It's two different mediums of storytelling that have to be approached differently to work. I did not play through the RTS games and did not have any expectations for what the story would be. I had a very vague idea of what happened during this part of the Warcraft timeline, and I didn't see anything that really challenged any views that I held dear with the franchise. So ultimately, I was very happy with the movie. It could have been a little better in some things, but it's good enough that those things are kind of difficult to quantify, and I think that maybe a 3-hour-long extended version of the movie might bump it up to like a 9 for me if the extended material is as good as what was there. So without being fanboyish, trying to be objective, I honestly believe that it was a very good movie. Not great. I think an example of a great movie was The Force Awakens or The Empire Strikes Back. Those were great movies. This one isn't, but it's next door to it. So I would recommend go see the movie. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and it certainly won't be a waste of your money for what it is. With a lot of the types of movies coming out now where there's an overwhelming amount of action and a very stark lack of storytelling and character development, this for me was a breath of fresh air with some very good character development, a very clearly driven plot, and action that only worked to support those two things instead of trying to simply stand on its own. So those are my first impressions of the Warcraft movie. I hope that you enjoy it too, and if you don't, that's fine too, but I really hope the movie makes a lot of money so that there will be more of them. Okay, thanks, bye.